So Deuteronomy 4:23 says, I'll just read, I will explain, then we'll go to Hindi Konkani. Deuteronomy 4:23 says, take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of the Lord your God, which he made with you, and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy God hath forbidden thee. Here, before entering the promised land, here he is giving them instructions again. Take heed, he's saying, unto yourself, lest ye forget the covenant of the Lord your God, which he made with you, and make you graven images. Here, graven image is nothing but an idol. It is in Hebrew, it is pesel. Or the likeness of anything. Likeness is the shape or the similitude or the manifestation or embodiment of anything. Of anything. When I say here, we skip scriptures many times. Here it is saying of anything. Anything means anything. You are included in it. A human being is included in it. An animal is included in it. A tree is included in it. Everything is included in it. So he's saying, don't make a shape of anything. Don't make a shape, a similitude, or a likeness of anything. Okay? First he's saying, and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy God hath forbidden thee. The Lord thy God hath forbidden. We saw this previously. We will see this once more at the summary. Deuteronomy 4:24 says, for the Lord thy God is a consuming fire. Even a jealous God. What is the Lord thy God? He is a jealous God. He is a consuming fire. He is a jealous God. And what the commandment says, we will go back when we go. It says, I am the Lord thy God. Ye shall have no other gods before me. Means in that time when he declared this, they were people worshipping other gods. Okay, it is not that there are other gods, they are all demons. But they were worshipping other gods. Okay, so he is saying here very clearly, for the Lord thy God is a consuming fire, even a jealous God. He is a jealous God. What is he? A jealous God. You are God's people. He is the creator of all. You start worshipping something else. Here he is saying he is what? He is a consuming fire, even a jealous God. When thou shalt beget, now he is telling them before they enter the promised land. Konkani nani Hindi mai uletalo. He is saying, he is telling them, giving them instructions before entering the promised land. When thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves. What is corrupt? Waste or ruin yourselves. And make graven image. Graven image again is special, an idol. Or likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of the Lord thy God. to provoke him to anger. What you are doing basically by doing all this? You are doing evil in the sight of the Lord thy God. And what you are doing? You are provoking him to anger. You are troubling him. Provoke. I mean, yeah, चाडोयना लोकांक. We don't tease, provoke that fellow to anger. Same thing, you're provoking. He's saying here. He's saying, when thou shalt beget children and children, and he shall have remained long in the land. Ata, what is happening in the land? It is filled with milk and honey. Everything, they are satisfied. When this is satisfied, what happens? You start turning away from God. Now you don't have necessities. Everything is satisfied. Here he is giving them instruction before that. Remain long in the land, and shall corrupt thyself, corrupt his waste, or shall ruin thyself, and make graven images. See, he knows. Yeah, God is before that reminding them. He knows. When these people get full, they are satisfied. What will happen? They make graven images or the likeness of anything. We anything meaning here is forbidden anything to be made in any likeness of any image. So he's saying anything. And shall do evil in the sight of the Lord thy God. Evil in the sight of whom? Jehovah Elohim. To provoke him to anger. What you are doing basically? You are provoking him. You are troubling him. You are raging him to anger. You are vexing him to anger. You are grieving him to anger. And then it says in 26. Here he says, I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land. What he's saying, if you do this, what will happen? He's saying, I'm calling heaven and earth to record this day, means to witness this day. To witness, to record this, to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land. Utterly perish is what? You shall be destroyed. From the land whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it, ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. What is saying? You will be utterly destroyed. I am calling heaven and earth today before you go in the land. If you people do this idol worship, he's saying, I call them as witness, heaven and earth. They are witness to what I am saying. That if you do this thing, you will perish. 27 says, and the Lord shall scatter you among the nations. What was happening all the time? When Israel was turning away from God, doing idol worship, they were scattered out of the land. What, they were taken as slaves into bondage. They were scattered everywhere. And when they were started crying and coming back to God, then God is to bring them back. It was keeping on happening in the history of Israel. Israel was, today we call Israel. That time north was Israel, south was Judah. Judah was better than Israel. Israel was the most wicked nation. Israel, they were again and again following it. Judah at least was repenting. The Judah part, the kings of Judah. But the kings of Israel, the northern, they were very evil. So here what he's saying? And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen. Heathen is what? The Gentiles, outcasts. We were also heathen. We also were heathen. If it was not for Jesus, we are also heathen. We are Gentiles, we are foreigners, we are outsiders. Whither the Lord shall lead you. Lead is here, not lead you, drive you. Here in English English word in the Bible, lead is not going to lead you, going to drive you away from that. So I'll read it again. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen. Whether the Lord shall lead you, whether the whither is what? Whether the Lord means wherever the Lord shall drive you away. Now 28 says, and there ye shall serve gods and work the work of men's hands. Wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Now listen, 29. But if from thence, but if from thence means, but if from there, wherever you are scattered, thou shalt seek the Lord thy God. Thou shalt seek is what? Striving after. What God says, seek me and ye shall find me when ye shall serve me. Seek me with all of thine heart. God is not 50-50. You don't try to do your behind your policy work, your things behind. Don't try to sin in the background and start telling people you're seeking God on one side. When you seek God, you will not find him. You have to seek is striving after him with all of your heart. Yeah, what he's saying. But if from thence means when you are scattered in the lands where you are scattered, if thou shalt seek the Lord thy God, Yehovah Elohim, thou shalt find him. If thou shalt seek him with all of your heart and with all of thy soul. How you will seek him? With all of your heart and with all of your soul. All your mind, all your will, everything that is in you, when you start seeking, then only you find. This is the principle. Your heart is lebav. Lebav is mostly used as mind. And your soul is nefesh. Soul is nefesh. Soul can be used as will with all your person. I'm giving few words. There are many words there. With all of your person, with all of your appetite, with all of your breathing, means with all of your pleasure. That is soul, nefesh. Okay.
तर सर्वेस्परान तुमचेकडे केला तो करार विसरू नकात.
तो आता कितें म्हणटा, तो आता तांकां व्हरपाचो हा कानान, इस्रायल गांवांत, देशांत. तर ताका पयलीं तांकां हें सांगता तो उगडास करपाक. कित्याक तेणें कितें सांगलेलें, इन दॅट लँड मिल्क एंड हनी, मिल्क दूध आनी वॉट इज हनी कोंकणी, थिंगा मिन्स म्हणजे कितें, तुजो पोट भरोन रावतलो तूं त्या जाग्यार. तेन्ना पोट भरोन लागता कितें जाता, देवाचें गरज पडना. देवाचें गरज पडना. वेन युअर नीड्स आर मेट, वॉट हॅपन्स. हांगा कितें म्हणटा, तेन्ना पोट तुजें भरून उरतलें. तेन्ना कितें जातलें, ते देव बीन कळण रे. वेन युअर दॅट टायम वॉट यू से, praying in tongues, then your flesh will come alive. Spirit is dying. Now is a danger point when your spirit is dying. When the things of God become, तेन्ना ते देवाचे वस्तू तुका नाकारपा लागता न्हू, तेन्ना तूं थिंगा पावता, तेन्ना उगडास दवर. तूं डेंजर झोनान आहा. ते लायट शूड बी डेंजर झोन.
तर सर्वेस्परान तुमचे कडे केला तो करार विसरू नाकात. कित्याक सर्वेस्पर तुमचो देव उज्याच्या आकट्या परी प्रिमाक्षेचो देव. जायतीं वर्सां लेगून तुमी त्या गांवांत रावून भुरगीं आनी नातरां तुमकां जल्मल्या उपरांत तरूय मुर्त्यो करून पाप आदारू नाकात.
पाप आदारू नाका. कितें करून? मुर्त्यो. कितले जाण हिंगा मुर्त्योचे पुजा करता? हात वयर घाला. कोण ना?
हें देवा मुखार वायट आनी तो रागार जातलो. आयज हांव स्वर्गाक आनी संवसाराक उलो मारून गोवाय दिता.
कित्याक उलो मारून? यो गोवाय दी आतां गोवाय. कित्याक हे लोक मालकिरात लोक स्टबन. वॉट इज स्टबन? ही कोंकणी घोट काळजाचे लोक. ते कितें, ते कोत्तेले तेका खबर आहा देवाक. म्हणून तो कितें म्हणटा, स्वर्ग आनी संवसार यो, विटनस इट नाव ओनली. आय एम टेलिंग देम, गिविंग दीस कमांड. वाय? हे मागीर पोट भरलें आहा न्हू, मागीर तेंच करपाक वयतले मुर्तीचे पुजा.
की शिकयता त्या उपदेशाचेर आड वेशात जाल्यार तुमचो नाश जातलो. की शिकयतात त्या उपदेशाचेर.
ती शिकयता ते तुमकां कितें खबर आहा शिकयता ते? ते शिकवता ते बायबलान तुम्ही केन्ना वाचला बायबल? तुम्ही केन्ना देवाचे उतर वाचला? तुमकां आनी कशें कळटलें? तुम्ही तेंचे आयकता, ते मनीस कितें म्हणटा ते वायट घालून, तुमच्या कानान कितें ठोकता ते तुम्ही ते आयकता इगोर्जीन. हें तुम्ही आयकचे ना. ते पार्ट घेतले तांकां जाय ते तुका फूल सांगचे ना ते स्टोरी.
आड वेशात जाल्यार तुमचो नाश जातलो. सुरवेसपर तुमकां
आड घेता जाल्यार कितें जातलें? सत्य ना तुमचे कितें नाश जातलो, नाश जातलो. आतां तुमचे आड कळे तुमकां कळटलें तुमी आड वयता म्हणून, देवाचें उतरूच ना तुमचे लागीं जाल्यार कशें कळटलें? इग्नोरंट पिपल, तुमकां जाणवाय ना. आतां तुमी कितें म्हणटले? देव दिसता आमकां शिकयता कितें? अरे बाबा, देव शिकयना, उजो पेटला फाटल्यान मुर्ती दोत्ता म्हणून. तूं मुर्ती सोडात.
सर्वेस्पर तुमकां हेर पोरजा मध्ये हांगा थंय शिपडायतलो.
हे जायते पाटी केलेले आहा.
पोरजा मध्ये हांगा थंय शिपडायतलो आणि तुमचे मदले भोव तोडे उरतले. थंय मनशाच्या हातांनी केल्ल्या देवांक बसतल्यात. लाकडाच्या आणि फातराचे देव दाखयनात आणि हांगो चाकिनात तसले देव. थंय तुमच्या सर्वेस्पराक तुमी अंतरेकतल्यात आणि नीज मनन काळजान सोडशात जाल्यार तो तुमकां मेळटलो.
म्हणजे पोतून वाचताय.
थंय तुमच्या सर्वेस्पराक तुमी अंतरेकतल्यात आणि नीज मन काळजान सोदशात जाल्यार तो तुमकां मेळटलो.
ते आतापासून ते प्रिन्सिपल, स्ट्रॉंग प्रिन्सिपल तो बेश्ट देवाक मेवचो ना तूं.
हे सगळे घडून तुमी कश्टां दुखाक सांपडटोच तुमी सर्वेस्परा सवे वळतल्यात आणि ताका कालती जातल्यात. तो काकलुतसार देव तो तुमकां सांडचो ना, तुमकां इबाडचो ना आणि तुमच्या पुर्वजां कडेन केलेलो करार तो विसरचो ना.
अभी सुनो हिंदी.
सावधान रहो,
हाँ सावधान रहो. वाओ.
प्रभु तुम्हारे ईश्वर ने तुम लोगों के लिए जो विधान निर्धारित किया है उसे कभी नहीं भुलाओ.
हाँ, कभी नहीं बोलो. क्यों बोल रहा है ये? कभी नहीं बोलो. अभी वो उनको लेके जा रहा है. व्हाट इज प्रॉमिस लैंड? कनान में लेके जा रहा है इनको. ये पहले ही बोल रहे हैं, तुम जब कनान में जाएगा तभी उधर सब मिलेगा आपको, पेट आपका भरेगा, सब मिलेगा. तभी आप परमेश्वर को भूलो मत. हाँ,
और किसी प्रकार की मूर्ति बनाकर.
हाँ, किसी प्रकार का मतलब क्या है? किसी प्रकार का मूर्ति. हाँ, आपका फंडा का मूर्ति मत बनाओ, वो भी किसी प्रकार में आता है.
उसके आदेशों का उल्लंघन नहीं करो, क्योंकि प्रभु तुम्हारा ईश्वर भस्म करने वाली अग्नि है. वह असहनशील ईश्वर है. जब तुम्हारे पुत्र पैदा हो जाएंगे और तुम उस देश में काफी समय तक रह चुके होंगे और तुम किसी प्रकार की मूर्ति बनाकर भ्रष्ट हो जाओगे और ऐसे कर्म करोगे जो प्रभु की दृष्टि में बुरे होंगे.
वो सब ये सब मूर्ति बुरे है उसके दृष्टि में,
और इस प्रकार उसका क्रोध भड़का देंगे. तो मैं आज आकाश और पृथ्वी को साक्षी बनाकर कहता हूँ कि
वो पहले आकाश और पृथ्वी को बुला रहा है. उसको पता है ये लोग जाएगा उधर, पेट जब भरेला है तो वो वैसे ही करेगा मूर्ति का पूजा. रिपीटेशन ऑफ हिस्ट्री.
कि तुम शीघ्र ही उस देश से लुप्त हो जाओगे जिसे प्राप्त करने के लिए तुम अभी अभी यर्दन पार करने जा रहे हो. तुम अधिक समय तक वहाँ नहीं रह पाओगे, बल्कि तुम्हारा सर्वनाश हो जाएगा.
ज्यादा टाइम नहीं रह पाओगे. क्यों सर्वनाश हो जाएगा? क्योंकि आप पालता नहीं. वो परमेश्वर बोलता है आप अपने मूर्ति बना रहे हैं, इसलिए सर्वनाश हो रहा है. नहीं तो क्या मिलता है? उसका पालन करते हैं तो क्या होता है? आपको प्रोटेक्शन मिलता है, फुल प्रोटेक्शन मिलता है. नहीं तो इधर नाश होता है आपका.
और उन अन्य जातियों के बीच भी जिनमें प्रभु तुम्हें ले जाएगा, तुम में से कुछ ही शेष बचेंगे. तब तुम वहाँ ऐसे देवताओं की पूजा करने लगोगे जो मनुष्य द्वारा लकड़ी और पत्थरों से निर्मित होते हैं, जो ना देख सकते, ना सुन सकते, ना खा सकते और ना सूंघ सकते. यदि तुम वहाँ प्रभु अपने ईश्वर से फिर मिलना चाहोगे तो वह तुम्हें तभी मिलेगा जब तुम उसे सारे मन और सारी आत्मा से ढूंढोगे।
हाँ, सारे मन और आत्मा। अभी आपको टाइम है, आपका सारा मन और आत्मा देने का टाइम है, तो अब सब आत्मा और आपका पूरा मन दे उसको, के पीछे लगो, ये टाइम है आपका।
जब तुम कष्ट से पीड़ित होगे और जब भविष्य में ये सब विपत्तियां तुमको आक्रांत करेगी, तब तुम फिर प्रभु अपने ईश्वर की ओर अभिमुख हो जाओगे और उसकी आज्ञा का पालन करने लगोगे।
Deuteronomy 6:14. Now 14 it says, Ye shall not go after other gods, for the gods of the people which are round about you. What is giving them instruction? Don't go after the gods of the people where you are living. Ye shall not go after the gods of the people which are round about you. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee. Kindled is the blaze against thee. What will blaze? The anger of God will blaze against thee or kindle against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Deuteronomy 6:14-15.
तुम्ही जियेतात तुमच्या लोकांच्या देवाक बोजू नकात.
Ah.
दुसऱ्या देवाची सेवा पूजा करशात जाल्यार
Ah.
सर्वेस्पराचो राग उज्या पोरी तुमचेर उपरासतलो आणि तुमचो नाश करतलो. कित्याक सर्वेस्पर तुमचो देव आपणाक विरोधी मानून घेना.
पोतून वर कित्याक सर्वेस्पर
कित्याक सर्वेस्पर तुमचो देव आपणाक विरोधी मानून घेना.
विरोधी against विरोधी. Here it is saying is a jealous God. He is saying for the Lord thy God is a jealous God. He is a jealous God. What you know in English, he jealous is the same. Jealous God is not going to tolerate that. Creator of heaven and earth. We seen those who are not there in the book of Romans. He's saying you're like worshipping the creation than the Creator, who is God, who is to be worshipped forever. He's a jealous God. He will consume you. So now if you all want the favor of God in your life, if you all want God now to help you in the situation you are in, and you are doing this, what is going to happen? Colossians 3:5-7. Colossians 3:5-7. Okay, I'll read. Here it says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Mortify means what? Deaden. Deaden or subdue. Subdue is what? To bring something under control, especially by force. Subdue. What we are called to do? Subdue. Bring by force. What? Mortify therefore your members. Members is what? Your parts. It could be of the body also. Which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscences, and covetousness, which is idolatry. So what is saying? Covetousness is idolatry. Other forms of idolatry I'm talking. Means, now I will just go and read it slowly. It says, mortify, subdue, therefore your members, your parts, which are upon the earth. Fornication. What is fornication? Harlotry. Fornication is what? Basically, in the Hebrew, fornication is nothing but harlotry. Harlotry is what? Prostitution. Okay? Uncleanliness is what? Uncleanliness is impurity. It could be physically, it could be morally. Then inordinate affection. The inordinate affection is passions. Having passions, a strong maybe a strong feeling of love or hatred, or mostly it is hatred and anger. Strong feeling, inordinate affection. Concupiscence is what? A longing, especially for what is forbidden. Covetousness is what? Avarice, greed. Avarice is greed. So what is saying? Covetousness, which is idolatry. Greed, to be greedy for anything is also idolatry. For 6 says, for which things sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience. The wrath is what? The punishment or the extreme anger, the abhorrence, hate coupled with disgust, or the vengeance of God. Cometh upon the children of disobedience. Disobedience is nothing but the children of who are unbelievers. Okay, this is why he's saying the wrath of God is coming on them. It could also mean disobedience is also another word, disbelief or obstinate. Obstinate is stubbornness or rebellious people. What are rebellious people? Who are rebellious? When God is telling you don't worship an idol and you worship an idol, knowing that God has told you not to. I'm not talking to Jay Konak, I'm not talking to you. Those who know that they are not supposed to worship an idol, but religion makes some excuse, you can do it, and you go abide with it. What is happening? You're a stubborn person. You're a stubborn person. So now what is happening? The wrath of God is coming upon the children of disobedience. Another meaning for disbelief, for unbelief, or obstinate. Obstinate is stubbornness or rebellion. So what, in other words, you are rebelling against God. So now what is coming? He is saying the wrath of God, the extreme anger, the punishment, the vengeance of God is coming upon you. Heaven says, in the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. To a believer, remember you also walked sometime. He's saying you walked once upon a time in that. And it was coming on the children of disobedience. Why the wrath is coming on children of disobedience? Because they are walking in all this. What they are walking in? They are walking in fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscences, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Covetousness is greed, which is idolatry. Greed, having greed. आम्ही पोया आता कोंकणी आणि हिंदीन किती म्हणतात?
देखून तुमच्या स्वयंभात असतात ते संसारी आवडे मारून उडयात.
मारून उडयात. संसारी किती? आवडे मारून उडयात. And कोण म्हणता? बिलीवर म्हणता, me myself, I am the God of the universe. He says, ye are all gods, so everything is focused on me. He is saying, मारून उडयात. Crucify your flesh. You are dead. मागीर
देखून तुमच्या स्वयंभात असतात ते संसारी आवडे मारून उडयात. पोजडपण, मेळेपण, कामचार, खोट्यो वंडवण्यो आणि ती माणसुके बायली गिरेस्कायेची आशा.
आशा.
ही आशा कोरेंच म्हणल्यार कुड्ड्या देवाची पूजा.
वाव. ती आशा किती? कुड्ड्या देवाची पूजा. आशा, extreme avarice, extreme greed. For he is putting money, but it can be greed. Any greed. You can have greed for, apart from money also you can have greed for any other thing. Greed is nothing but मूर्तीच्या पूजा म्हणता तो. मूर्तीच्या पूजा.
असल्या वस्तूंक लागून देवाचे आयकनार्थांचेर ताचो क्रोध देऊन येता.
ते हे वस्तूक लागून कितें? देवाचो क्रोध देऊन येता. मागीर
आणि तांचे मोदे तुम्ही जियेताल्यात तेन्ना
तुम्ही जियेतालेत तेन्ना. He is talking to Colossians, the church of Colossians. He is talking to a believer. So he is telling the believer, you also, when you also were living there, The wrath of God was on you also at that time when you were living in all this.
आणि तांचे मोदे तुम्ही जियेताले तेन्ना तुमचे जीवित तसलेच असले.
असले.
इसीलिए आप लोग अपने शरीर में इन बातों का दमन करें जो पृथ्वी की है, अर्थात व्यभिचार, अशुद्धता, कामुकता, विश्वासना और लोभ का, जो मूर्ति पूजा के सदस्य है.
ये देखा लास्ट जो हिंदी.
अर्थात व्यभिचार, अशुद्धता, कामुकता, विश्वासना और लोभ का, जो मूर्ति पूजा के सदस्य है. इन बातों के कारण ईश्वर का कोप आ पड़ता है. अब आप इस प्रकार का पापमय जीवन बिताते थे तो आप भी पहले यह सब कर चुके हैं.
Matthew 6:24 says, no man can serve two masters. Okay? No man म्हणजे not even one, none or nobody. Can serve two masters. Can serve means be a slave of two masters. For either he will hate the one, and love the other, or else he will hold to the one. Hold is what? He will adhere, he will stick to the one. He will hold to the one and despise the other. What he will do? He will despise, he will disrespect, de-esteem, or dishonor, disrespect the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. You cannot serve, you cannot be a slave of God and mammon. Mammon is nothing but wealth or nothing but money. You cannot be a slave to God and to money. You cannot be means what God is doing. Just think, this is now the gospel. Telling you in Matthew, God is comparing mammon with himself. Why? Today if you had money, they would be saluting you. You wouldn't be sitting here with the shorts. You would be in your limousine car and going somewhere. Everybody would salute you. Why? Not because of you, because of your money. So God is bringing to his standard. He's saying you can serve any one of the two masters, God or money. Now when you're serving God, yes, money is required. Money, what you have to do is your focus has to be on God. If God is bringing whatever, whoever, with the money, he will bring it. He may not bring the money. You may be thinking, Lord, I want a house, I need a place to stay. म्हाका एक घर जाय, देव म्हाका एक घर जाय, हुंय रावपाक, म्हाका रावपाक जागो ना. God may not give you the money to bring the house. He may give you a house. Somebody may say, okay, the Lord has spoken to me here. Take this place is yours. So as a Christian, we are not called to focus on money. What our focus has to be is God. So we may require money also. God may give us the money also, or the ability to earn the money and do what we need, what we require it for. कोंकणी हिंदी 6:24.
कोणाच्यानूच बराबर दोगा दोन्याचो गुलाम जाऊ नजो.
दोगा हिंगा दोन्याचो म्हणटा होय, दोन्याचो इज अ मास्टर. या
कित्याक तो एकल्याक जळटलो आणि दुसऱ्याचो मोग करतलो.
ऑब्वियसली
वो एकल्याक चिकटून रावतलो आणि दुसऱ्याची बेपरवा करतलो.
आमकां कितें सांगलेलें आहा देवान, तेका चिपटून रावपाक.
तुमच्यान देवाची आणि बराबर ग्रेस्कायेची गुलामा जाऊ नजो.
जावंक जायना बराबर ना आनी 50-50 ना. बराबरूय जायना आनी 50-50 ना. हुंयचे एकल्याचे गुलाम जावंक जाता, दोगांयचे न्हू. होय
कोई भी दो स्वामियों की सेवा नहीं
अरे
कर
वाह,
सकता.
दो स्वामी का सेवा नहीं. वो देख, सोचो पैसा को परमेश्वर स्वामी बुलाता है, क्योंकि पैसे से यहाँ कोई जीना नहीं पाएगा, पैसा नहीं है तो वो बोलता है यहाँ ये संसार में पैसा स्वामी है।
वह या तो एक से बैर और दूसरे से प्रेम करेगा, या एक का आदर और दूसरे का तिरस्कार करेगा। तुम ईश्वर और धन दोनों की सेवा नहीं कर सकते।
नहीं कर सकते ईश्वर और धन का, एक ही का, कोई किसी एक ही का। मतलब नहीं कि परमेश्वर का सेवा किया तो आप इधर भिखारी जैसा मरेगा, ऐसा नहीं। You're using faith. We will use currency of kingdom is faith. What is Hebrews 11:1? Faith is the substance of the things hoped for, and evidence not in. So what you are thinking in your mind is what you are hoping. That hope will not come to pass. You may die to the grave. You may go with thinking, I will have a house. It will never come to pass, because hope is in the future. What will bring that future in the present is faith. Faith is the substance of the things hoped for, and evidence not seen. Oh, what is your substance? Not money. Faith is that substance that will bring that hope in existence, in manifestation.